All right. So when we last met, Oliver suggested bombing the dragon, but we needed to make sure that we done it so it can't get back to the army. Um,
Oh, it goes higher than that.
okay. Yeah, that's a lot of notes. So I'm just going to use what I said. Right. Yeah. So we met, and we were really wanting to use um, Anson, but the council was completely against it. After a lot of deliberating, a few of us went into the sewer, and we noticed that there was a big root. There was also a seed pod which Click got. We went to a druid to tell them about the root. The druid was very stressed out. I believe it was about the tree. I presented the seed pod. I don't remember how the druid reacted when presented with the seed pod. Um,
Uh, Curious. It's like they didn't recognize it, but they were going to look into it.
yes, and I believe we settled on the plan of doing our best to lure, um, push the dragon away from the army, so this way we could fight him one on one. We were given a vision by Push where he told us that he wanted the city and would allow us to leave. I think we only had like a week to do so, um, or it gave us a designated amount of time. And Click noticed some yellowness on his skin, and that started discussions about if his own experiments were working against him or if he decided to indulge his own experiments.
Okay. Then what?
I'm not sure what happened after that. And like, I
So
don't think
where
I
did
gave everything in chronological order.
you didn't? um,
Sorry.
do you remember what the last thing you did was?
Oh man. Like for me as Click,
Oh, I missed a session, didn't I?
Yes.
I was going to contact Anson, but I don't know if I left that off the last time we met or if.
That
Didn't
didn't happen yet.
didn't we
Okay.
plan ambush spot with the scouts and we relocated everybody we wanted to relocate with to the scouts?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're currently at the tower.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. I was like, I remembered reading the notes and I was like, hold up, I missed a whole session. My bad.
Okay. So it's so you guys are now currently in the Mirror of Dead Men. A few hundred yards away, you see the crumbled ruins of a tower. Surrounding you are all of your compatriots that have joined you from the Thunderlock Tavern. You remember that you guys have like 2 days tops before Push is going to march his army right by this tower. This tower is located on the eastern side of the high road, overlooking it. So you'll be able to see when they're coming, them when they're marching down. Uh, all right. With your gaggle of fellow adventurers, we'll begin there. The swamp has a sadly familiar smell as you left this place not that long ago. The sky, however, is starting to darken, especially towards the north.
Oof.
Darken as in
Storm
nighttime
clouds.
or like storm
Storm
clouds.
clouds.
Okay. My biggest question on this whole thing is who's kind of going to be the battle leader? Is that going to be you, Katya, since you have the military experience?
It can be, but Lara has no military experience.
Logan, while they're discussing things, would you be okay if you and I did a whisper? Because there's a few things I would want to have done the night before.
Sh-
I think Meepo should be the leader.
What?
But he doesn't care. He doesn't want to hurt the dragon.
I just think we're gonna die.
I mean,
We're not gonna die.
I can do that. I just want you to know I have like very little experience in that regard.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is basically, we gotta have one group make sure that the army isn't coming up the cliff.
Yep.
Then we have to separate the dragon from the other things, and because if the dragon's on its own, the 5 of us should be able to take it down. Single. It's everything else, you know. If we all of a sudden are fighting 10 things, or 9 things, or 8 things, you know, those have to try and be split off.
Right.
So we have all the other groups from the Thunderlock that can, if each of those groups can draw away one of the, I guess, is it gargoyles that are with them?
I
don't-
don't remember gargoyles being with them.
What's with the dragon?
A lot of things.
No, but I thought when it popped up, it had a dragon and other things that were with it.
Wasn't it other flying things that were infected with the yellow?
Yeah, but I can't remember what they were. What creature they were.
I don't think they were gargoyles because I think I would have. Let me go back in my notes.
Logan, can you give us any clues as to what they were?
Do you recall what you guys encountered at the plane of air? Because those things you encountered far more close up.
Let's see here. I believe there was not a sphinx. I want to say chimera, but I don't even think that's it either. It's a mythical creature that I remember Click was afraid of.
A
That's
griffin.
why I thought gargoyles.
Griffin, thank you.
Oh, yeah. My brain kept going to wyvern.
And it
There
wouldn't
was
surprise me if there was.
a wyvern.
Oh, amazing.
And I suspect there could have been gargoyles as well because of the fact that we saw the stuff in the elemental plane of air.
But so what we need to do is get all the things flying with the dragon to be drawn off, and us to just take on the dragon singly.
So we're at the tower. Our main forces could kind of like blockade the road. And then Click and I could lure the dragon away while the blockade takes on the main force.
Right. Well, the main force of the flying things, the armies, should still be down below on
Okay.
the main path.
So form a, I don't know about a blockade, but essentially,
Well, they'll get the other flying things' attentions.
okay,
So
so
they're
Click
drawing
and
off
I,
from the dragon.
do you think they'll follow the dragon as Click and I divert it?
Well, not if they're being attacked.
Well, I'm just wondering, because because when we approach it, you've got the marching force and you've got the flying force. If Click and I are flying, we can divert them, like the flying force.
Right.
At the very least, the dragon, because we're going to go in, it's just 2 of us, and we're trying to get the dragon to follow us. Do you think the rest of the flying force will follow the dragon.
Well, if they don't, then that's even better.
Agreed.
But what if they do?
Then
Like,
if
I
they,
don't know if there's a way to completely isolate this dragon unless there is some way of putting us all on a completely separate plane of existence.
well, we've got all these other groups from the Thunderlock Tavern. So their job will be to distract the flying things that are with it.
Okay. So I guess we'll lead them towards our ambush. Everybody else will start attacking the flying things, and then we can kind of lead the dragon slightly farther past
Right,
and attack the dragon.
right.
Have we done any research into any type of like extra weaponry or arms or any type of contraptions
We
For
don't
the-
that may be available to us?
This was the wrong
No.
part of the research.
Yeah, we don't need that. But Click, your job needs to be to keep us alive. Don't worry about attacking it. Keep us alive.
Don't I always do that?
Says the one that flew into the tree that started getting
And
bombarded.
here you are, still alive. My job is to keep you alive, not keep myself alive.
Click, if you would like, I can prepare a spell for the day of that would at least keep you from death once.
Well, I appreciate that. But I'd rather you focus more on yourself. And I have this ring of spell storing.
Can other people put spells in there?
I wouldn't be able to use them, I don't think.
No, it's basically a loaded spell. It's like it's good, I think. Let me double check.
I used the last spell in it, so right now it's empty.
Logan, I'm gonna summon my greater steed.
Okay, so is that a full-on ritual for that?
No, it's in.
Or-
Oh no, the casting time is 10 minutes.
Okay. Since you're gonna have to devote 10 minutes to this, give me a blurb on if Katya does any rituals or practiced motions, or even just meditates quietly.
I will sit, I will light a candle, I will be cross legged with my palms, the back of my hands on my knees, and I will look towards the sky, praying to Lathander.
I just shared the Ring of Spell Storing from D&D Beyond.
Yeah, it stores. Oh, there it is. My bad.
Okay. Katya, a bit of white cloud almost seems to descend in an amorphous shape, and the remaining party and all of the other mercenaries, they see this cloud begin to form and take shape. Katya, what shape does this take?
A golden Pegasus.
Katya, there's a cool breeze on your face as you feel a pair of wings brush by them. The cloud is blown away. A golden-haired Pegasus is in front of everyone. There is a couple of oohs from the crowd. It's like there's an older man wearing a plate mail amongst the crowd with a hammer across his shoulder. It's like, I didn't know we could do that. Anderson, go to bed.
No.
Now that he got in trouble today for not listening.
Oof.
He's on a. He has burned a lot of brownie points today.
Gotta know when to listen and when to push, bud.
Gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Exactly.
Okay, so did we?
Sorry, I wanted to do this today so that I would have a fourth spell slot later.
That's actually really smart, and I'm going to take your route, and I'm going to go ahead and cast a spell. And I don't know if I should do it here or if I should go somewhere else to do it.
Should we be doing this outside the tower, which we want to put up our defenses? Since says one of the people from the crowd.
We're not going to defend in the tower, but I'll let Katya.
I thought the whole point of us coming here was to use the tower.
But the tower, using the tower makes sense because that way everybody can get up high to attack the flying things.
But we don't want everybody at the same spot. We want to split them out, spread them out.
I mean, that tower seems pretty big. We could probably spread people out inside the tower.
That's where I'm at. Because
Depends-
I don't think we're going to be able to get the whole flying force to come down. And really, if most of our group could fly, we could have just flown here.
Gladewind speaks. Yes, you did teleport. Gladewind speaks up. It's the rest of my group is coming with the wyverns, and they'll need a safe place to rest. Probably should either set up
resting
camp.
in the tower is fine.
So are we going to take it?
Yes.
All right. You see the mercenary groups mostly sticking to the teams as you remember them. Move on forward.
Now, what was Glick doing? Casting?
I was debating on casting a spell here if I should go somewhere alone and do it.
Well, before you go, the question I had is, can I store a spell in the ring so that you can use it?
You could.
Yep, the ring stores spells cast into it, holding them until the entombed wearer use them. The ring can store up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time. When found, blah blah blah. Any creatures can cast a spell level 1 through 5 into the ring by touching it.
Okay,
The spell has no
that's
effect
5
other than to be
levels total?
stored.
What was that, Ian?
So that's five,
Le-
like 1/5
levels.
level, or a second and a third level.
Exactly.
Yep.
As long as the
Yep.
combined level of the spells equal 5.
Okay. Would you like to put a raised dead in there?
Let's see here. I think that requires. Because I have that spell.
Do you? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
what about
but-
counterspell then?
I would say Raised Dead requires a diamond worth 500. I think we have those.
What about counterspell?
I do not have access to Counterspell. That's for sure.
Counterspell is a 3rd level or a 4th level. I could put that in there.
I have Death Ward.
Can throw darkness.
I do like the aspect of putting a Raised Dead spell in there because we do have the diamonds to do it.
So when you cast it, it's like it'll consume the diamonds. Right?
Right.
It's just like it'll just fill it.
Yeah. So I have no problem with that one. I was initially going to do a Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
I mean, that might be good as long as we're together.
Well, the idea was thinking I was debating and going back and forth on putting it in there and keeping it to myself, or giving it to somebody like Meepo, who's more out of the way and is sneaky,
He'll probably just steal it.
and then that way Meepo can cast it if things started getting dire.
Another suggestion for this fight is this. What if after Katya comes back and brings the dragon to us, that I change her and Meepo into giant gorillas?
How am I supposed to reach a flying dragon?
You'll be a
As in-
giant gorilla.
I'm not a giant flying gorilla.
Well, I mean, it'll be brought down to us.
How do you plan to keep the dragon on the ground?
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
I don't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Can't a gorilla grapple him?
It is probably bigger.
Okay,
So
fine. Click will be flying above the dragon. I will change him into the giant gorilla, and as he's falling gravity wise down, he grabs the dragon and brings the dragon down with him.
Why not just turn him into an elephant? Something. Turn him into a whale. Heavier.
can't grapple.
Yeah, but he could fall on him. I'm afraid he could just pick up a gorilla.
So you've seen this dragon is about adult sized, right? That's huge.
Yeah, I think you could pick up a gorilla and fly. No problem with the gorilla.
A giant gorilla, or a giant ape, more accurately, is roughly the same size, but you would assume that it is way lighter. It's like, whereas the dragon is covered in scales and has at least 6 limbs, the gorilla does not have nearly the amount of mass.
Well, I don't know about that. I would almost disagree, because if we go on the thing of dinosaurs being birds, maybe the dragons have hollow bones.
Meepo, make a nature roll.
Oh, great. Not great. 10.
You're pretty sure that a dragon is way stronger than a gorilla.
Oh. Yeah,
And like,
I guess so. Dragon, much beefier.
if we're gonna go by give you a little bit of inside baseball, the dragon would definitely be heavier and more muscular.
Well, maybe the gorilla worked out. It's a sumo gorilla.
That'd be terrifying.
One of the other things we probably need to look into as we're preparing is making sure you all have plenty of healing potions.
It's like you get another voice from the crowd. We only brought enough for ourselves.
Great.
I dish them out every time we get them. I have 1 potion of healing. Do I have anything else? I've got 1 potion of superior, 2 potions of superior. I got 2 potions of heroism.
Nice. That may come in handy.
You know what? I've got,
You hear a voice from the back. Nice.
yeah, I got 3 potions of greater healing.
I have 1 potion of greater and 1 regular, but I should be okay. I don't
Okay.
plan on getting too involved in this fight.
I have 2 regular Potion of clairvoyance. I got a lot of shit, man.
You hear a voice shouting from over the tower. It's like, "Tower's clear!
What was that?
Tower's clear!"
Tower is clear.
Thank you. Cat is slightly hard of hearing. It's all the battles.
Huh?
Exactly.
The rest of the mercenaries move on inside the tower.
I'm gonna put my horseshoes of speed on a greater steed.
Be real. Okay, animal handling with advantage.
How's a 10 do?
It's a good thing that you are you are soul bonded essentially with this this Pegasus.
I can talk to him.
Yes. What do you say to this horse?
Hey, buddy, do you like to go real fast?
I do.
So if you let me put these horseshoes on you, you can go even faster than you already do.
They're kind of ugly.
I'll take them off later.
It's not really my color. Do you have anything in silver trim?
Levi, do you still have prestidigitation?
I want to say no. I haven't had that for a while.
Wait. Anybody got some silver paint?
Why are you over there?
I don't think I have anything in silver trim. I'm so sorry.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
Kind of just is trotting around the group now.
Anybody
You-
want a potion of invulnerability?
What's that do?
1 minute resistance to all damage.
To all damage?
All damage.
Well, that should either be you or me or Meepo.
I mean, I'll use it. I'm asking.
Then use it.
Okay.
I mean, you'll be in there for the fight.
Sorry, I'm going through my inventory and being like, what can I divvy out to people?
You guys are now abandoned in the swamp.
Maybe we should go inside, guys.
Yeah, let's go on in.
Okay. As you approach Inarev's tower, the first thing, can I get perception checks from everybody?
Sure.
Oh, nat 20 for a 22.
Non-nat 20 for a 23.
What?
I rolled a 13.
21.
Okay. For everyone above a 20, the first thing that you notice about this tower is that parts of it are incredibly old. You can see where the walls have been repaired many times over the centuries, and there is a distinct clash of styles as you pass through these first set of walls. These walls, while 30 feet high and about 5 feet thick, are appear to be, of a standard construction that you saw at Waterdeep. Once you get on the inside, you can tell that the outer layer was constructed after the fact, because on the inside the pattern completely changes. Passing through the gatehouse, you can see some of the other mercenaries. You see Wilhelm in there, along with Lena.
Bless you. Bless you.
One more.
I apologize. Thank you.
One more.
No, I don't have another.
There's a rusted portcullis that it seems to be held in place by a solid chain. Looking above, you can see several pairs of murder holes that look out from behind the portcullis to defend the gate itself. Let's see, I'll show you guys the map now.
This actually sounds like a really good spot to defend.
Now, this is not to scale. As you guys enter into the courtyard, it seems to be hard-packed ground, but with the recent rains, it is a bit muddy. Some of you have to be careful as you walk through with heavy plate not to slip into the mud. In front of you is what you would see as the main tower. Let's see, another perception check. This one's really low.
Man, so was my roll. 7.
Oh, same. 7.
16.
28.
Okay. So everyone hears this. Ian, you know that this is coming directly from the main tower, and Meepo, you are certain that it is coming from the second floor, left-hand side on the exterior. Leave. You have entered the domain of Inara.
Ben, I thought you were belching at first
I
there.
thought they said that this was clear.
The domain of who?
Inarav.
I'll point out the location. Everybody can notice it
Well, this is concerning.
as well as I did.
As you're saying that, Titus comes up. Well, it's clearly a magic mouth we haven't found yet. It's like it does that every time someone walks in through the courtyard.
Oh. I wish it would scare the flying creatures. But alas.
Can we send Click up there to check to see if like it's a ghost or anything?
I'm not worried if they think it's nothing to worry about.
I'll go ahead and just fly up and just do a scan to make sure I don't see anything unusual.
Arcana check.
Arcana?
Arcana.
Alrighty. Arcana it is. Okay, that's a lot better. 24.
You see, right where Meepo told you it would be, the very faint markings of a magic symbol etched into the brick. You are sure that this is the magic mouth that Titus talked about.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'll come that down. Yeah, it all seems like it adds up.
Now, as you fly up there, you can tell that the main tower roof is barely holding on. It appears that many of the cross beams have rotted with age and are almost to the point of collapse.
Oh dear. Yeah, I come back down and I inform the group of that as well.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal the whole thing since Click flew up there and saw it. Did you, as Wilhelm finishes up with the gatehouse, you again hear that voice say, "Leave."
You
Does
would say,
anybody know if we could just like blow that thing up? A good blast.
I mean, if it's etched onto the stone, we could remove the stone, or a simple dispel magic would probably get rid of it.
I wanted to buy it.
Or we could keep having people walk through the entrance and make Logan do that again and again.
You know, I don't know who
Is
this Logan
that-
character is, but it may actually be worth having because it would let us know whenever somebody comes through.
Ooh, smart.
Kind of like a doorbell.
Exactly.
But it's inside the
or
courtyard.
a knocker in this case. Alright, so we're just gonna leave it then?
I say we leave it for now. It could be helpful. I'm going to step away, and I'm going to go ahead and get away from the group. Probably get outside the walls of this area, and I'll be
Okay.
right back, y'all. And as soon as I'm out, and I don't think I'm within earshot of anyone, I'm going to go ahead and use sending and message Anson. I'm going to say, Anson, it's Click. Update. We are moving the fight outside of the city. I recognize you want to come home. This is a good chance. I'm going to have to cast it again because I ran out. So I'm casting it again. Good
I'm
chance.
sorry you got cut off there. Where are you exactly?
Does this tower have a name?
In Rev's Tower.
Interessa. I cast it again. Currently at tower, saying that this would be a good chance to win the people over. I want to help you return home.
Thanks for the heads up. I can be there soon. Let people know before I show up.
I'll go ahead and just send it a third time just to confirm I will. And I will return, and I will let the group that is with us know that Anson will be visiting us shortly.
You see Bjorn walking around the tower place with his notebook. It looks like he has disappeared into the northern sub tower. Katya. In fact, it seems like pretty much everyone is just scattering around and exploring the tower.
Well, I'm gonna go find a good place and open up my book and still try and figure it out.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
While I'm going to return out, and there's one more spell I want to cast. And I'm pulling it up now. So it's a level 6. Sorry, I'm having trouble finding it. There it is. Nope, that's not it. That's a level 5. There it is. I want to cast Planar Ally.
Okay.
It takes me 10 minutes to cast the spell. So I'll be gone for a little bit.
Okay. During this time, as Levi's disappeared with his book, Freya comes up and talks to you. Hello again.
Hey, I'll put the I'll close the book and kind of tuck it under my shoulder. Can I get reminded who she is?
She is a member of the Scouts.
Okay.
She's the hot goth chick.
I didn't think she was goth.
No.
I mean, like you can certainly picture her as a hot goth chick if you want.
I guess that's
Uh,
how I picture her.
It is canon now.
she smells like saffron and cinnamon and all those good old aromatic herbs. She says, "You seem different since the last time we met."
Different how?
Well, you were pretty drunk at the time, but I asked you if you were Fey touched, and I'm not picking up on that anymore.
No, I don't know nothing of the Fae. I mean, I was born near the islands and the sea down south.
Alrighty then. It's almost like she looks at you closely in the eye and at your armor, which when she had known you from the tournament, you were wearing your half plate and you had your shield. Now you're in leathers.
That was before the change.
Yeah. What?
Just
I mean, you don't have to discuss it with me, but I'm just perplexed.
along the way, just things have happened, and I think it's just much happier now. My priorities have changed a little bit, and I just try and get more knowledge. I'm trying to understand things in this book, and I'll go ahead and show her one of the pages of the book and ask her if she knows anything about it.
Okay.
If it makes sense to her. And I'll just show her just like one set of pages, and that's it.
All right. She rolled a 10 plus. Let's see. I got to pull up her sheet here. Here she is. Now, I don't know anything about planar travel. That's what I'm guessing this is. Bullock knows, though. You'll remember Bullock. To be fair, we all playfully stabbed each other that one time.
Playfully stabbed.
Playfully.
Oh, friends.
Well, I'm still trying to figure it out on my own, but at least thanks for looking.
Yeah, no problem. It's like,
just make sure to keep it on a down low. I don't really want a whole lot of people to know that I have this book.
oh, so I shouldn't tell Bullock.
No.
Cope.
If I come to a point, I can.
Make an insight check. You can tell that she's definitely considering telling.
Okay.
It's the fact.
Then I will use my persuasion to try and convince her not to. I will say, "Look, I got this. I'm just kind of glancing over it. Um, if I come across, I've been talking with other people, other very smart people, and they just warned me about it. I guess maybe I shouldn't have shown you either. So please don't tell him."
All right, make a persuasion roll.
That didn't work too well. 15.
We're all gonna know.
She gives you a smile and says, "It's a secret."
I mean, I got a plus 10 to persuasion, and I
Ooh.
got a 15.
Big
Ooh.
ooh.
You can make an insight check on her, Levi.
Oh, now that's a natural 20 for a 26.
You definitely believe her.
Okay. I believe you. And I tell her that.
It's like it's almost as if her nice smell gets overpowering and your eyes water a little bit. Your head swims. Yeah, you don't worry about it. I won't say anything. I was hoping you knew something about the Sealy Court, but oh well.
The Sealy
Something else
Court?
for me to. Well, I took from the way you looked before that you had been fey touched like I was. But if you haven't, then you can't help me.
No, like I said, I don't know anything about Faye.
Yeah. Oh well. All right, I've gotta go find something to do. So enjoy your book. All right.
Was that our potential entrance into a whole other campaign of the Witchlight Carnival?
I'm not saying.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So click.
Yeah.
After messaging Anson, what else did you want to do?
Um,
I can't remember if we covered that or not.
so I am casting Planar Ally,
Right.
and the only otherworldly entity that I know of is Serenetta,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm reaching out to her, and I want to try my best to do this in character. Let's see. So I'm going to say, I apologize for reaching out to you this way, but I felt like this was the best way for us to have some dialogue. Hopefully, me and my friends, we're in a predicament, and I'm scared, and I don't know if I have everything that is needed. I don't know if I'm going to be able to protect them, and a couple of them are going to get up very close and personal to this threat, and I don't know what I can do. So I am reaching out for help. Um, I don't want to bother you with it. I know you're very busy and you have a lot going on. But if you could send maybe a warrior would be helpful, or if you could provide my friends maybe an aura of protection, something that'll make it to where maybe they don't take as much damage throughout this battle. I'll be very grateful, and I'm not asking you to do this as a favor. Um, and thank you by the way for helping Kathia's friend and her companions get safe. I really appreciate that. But if you would be willing to do this for me, um, before I leave, I will resurrect, or I don't know the word for it. I will construct a temple here in your name, and I will work to spread your name here as well. so that way, and ideally make a bridge between the elemental plane of air and here, where people can come freely, and those from the elemental plane of air will have a place where they can worship you as well.
Oh, click. I've already sent my warrior. You. But I understand what you need.
You know your goddess was so cheesy.
I love that.
I had a feeling she was going to say that right when I mentioned the warrior thing. I was like, maybe.
Look to the morning sun.
I'm writing that down because I do not want to forget that one. Like, look to the morning sun now, or look like on the day of battle?
Alright. Shoot. How do I say this in character? Your connection with Serenetta disappears.
It fizzles out.
Well, I did what I could at least.
Then just to be clear, that today, right now, is it's in the afternoon.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So Levi's reading his book, clicks praying to his god. What is Meepo doing?
I don't have much to do. Mostly
Anyone
waiting
you wish to
on-
interact?
Not particularly. I mean, I'd like to. Anyone needs any help with anything, I'm more than available. But I don't have anyone in particular I need to see.
Okay. Katya, what are you doing?
Probably asking if I can put the horseshoes on.
You're obsessed with this.
I'll leave you alone if you want.
No, it's fine. I just got here. Doing a terrible Horson voice.
I'm sorry. I only just gained the ability to summon you.
Oh, it's fine. It's just you know what? Go ahead and put them on. It's fine.
Heck yeah. I'll get them decorated for the future.
That's supposed to be like Mr. Ed.
Yes. Mr. Ed or any other terrible dubbing of a guy doing a horsey voice.
I don't know if this would apply to its flying, but at least for walking, it increases by 30 feet.
What does it say exactly?
Do, do, do. While all four shoes are affixed to the hooves of a horse or similar creature, they increase the creature's walking speed by 30 feet.
Okay. Since it explicitly says walking speed, it'll be able to gallop faster.
I understand.
Suddenly, 5 shadows pass above you. You look up and you see the silhouette of wyverns in the sky.
Yeah. The scouts are here.
Oh boy.
Landing on the northern tower are the 5 wyverns of the scouts. 2 of them are currently unsaddled, as you can remember that Freya and Gladewind walked with you guys through the portal. Gladewind goes and talks to Bullock, Shin, and oh shoot, what was the last one's name? Bullock, Shin, and Quincy. As he comes back to the group, as the 3 of them come back to the group after taking care of their wyverns, you can. It's like those three have scouted ahead. It does not look good. The storm that approaches us seems to be centered around the horde of spores, and their numbers are in the thousands. I do not know if I doubt we can hold this fort for long.
True, we'll probably die, but take the breaks.
Finian slaps Meepo on the back. Probably.
Oh boy.
He's got that pained grin on his face. Normally dark clouds bring me comfort, but the storm is not of the tempest. I do not feel his presence here.
I wish I had.
Wish you had.
Anything. Like, because even with just trying to get the flying creatures away, that's so many. And I don't
Alright.
want to distract the dragon and bring it closer this way without attracting everything.
So is everyone in the courtyard right now?
Did
Yes,
Click make
but-
it back?
I wouldn't. Think,
I would have made my way back after finishing the conversation with Serenetta.
I wouldn't think I'd have brought in my Pegasus anywhere else.
Okay. So, Click.
Yes.
You walk back in. You saw the scouts arrive. Gladewind has given the news that the army is on their way and in the thousands.
Oh boy.
That's okay, because they're down there and we're up here.
Yeah, but they can easily climb.
No, they can't. That's why we picked this place.
Yes, it is true that they will be slowed when they march to the swamp. But we are outnumbered. We are but close to 35 in number. What can we do against such an endless beast?
Well, your guys' job is to keep them away so that the five of us can bring the dragon to us and take the dragon out.
So, are we 30 supposed to hold this tower?
No, there is a fair point.
Yeah, hold the tower and we'll hold the dragon away.
I mean, maybe Click and I can get the dragon over here without everybody else.
Make a. Let's see. Actually, they would just tell you this. When they were scouting ahead, it appears that the flying horde is not actively flying in the cloud like they had originally done when you guys had seen them north of the Sword Mountains.
Oh? So the flying horde is not flying?
Are they walking?
We did not see them amongst the crowd in the lowers. The castle in the sky is obscured by heavy fog and cloud. We did not wish to risk our mounts and fly closer to investigate further.
That makes
We ha-
sense. Did you
We
see
bel-
the dragon?
Bullock shakes his head.
Oh my god. Okay.
There is a chance that they are, to avoid tiring out, they are simply floating along with the castle.
Okay.
So what do we do?
Well, and I'll say my plan again. What my plan
Yes,
is, and then
we kite the dragon away, but it's to hold back the horde. We should prepare defenses, I believe.
well,
I-
we still got another day.
We want to make them. We want to keep the dragon away, but bring the horde to this tower. Is that correct?
We want, if ideally, we want to just bring the dragon over here.
Bring the dragon over. Well, dang. Okay.
And have everybody else be taken away.
We could perhaps. Is there anyone here with earth magics? Perhaps we could damage the road, slow their advance. The castle won't be so obstructed.
Best I have is plant growth.
Do I look like I have magic?
I can meld into stone, but I'm afraid that's all I can do.
You see other voices coming up from the crowd. This is Bjorn offers some things that he can do. Griff of the Mad Dogs offers his list of spells. Everyone goes around saying we can dig out the road, cause a deep trench at one spot that might slow them for a while. It's like the question is, how do we get the dragon to aggressively follow?
A big old hit to the head.
See, that's the thing that worries me is just how to separate this dragon from the army, and as far as the army is concerned, making sure that those fighting along with us are able to keep them occupied and ideally with minimal casualties. I recognize that there's always going to be casualties in war, but I can't figure out the best way to make sure everybody's okay in this. That's why I'm wanting Anson here, and I try to convince the council of it because I recognize he's powerful, and I believe he has the best chance of helping the others with Push's army.
Push is
But I
coming
don't
here.
know of anything that I have that I can use to prepare ahead of time. I don't know anything about war. I don't know anything about weaponry. And it seems like we're having a lot of trouble figuring out exactly what to do.
I can
And-
cast an ice storm on the main approach to this tower.
That would be a good idea. But did I hear you correctly? You said Anson's coming here?
Yes.
Is he bringing his mage's college?
I'm not sure exactly what he's bringing. I invited him to come and meet me at the tower, so maybe we can discuss. I figured, seeing how the battle is no longer taking place in the city, that the city would have no quarrel with him assisting.
Fair enough.
Well, that's...
And if the council still sees problem with it, then we can deal with it after the battle.
You see Shin, he says, Well, it's like if we lose here, it's not like they're gonna complain anyways,
Exactly.
because they'll be dead.
We are a very cheery bunch. I feel the same way.
There's only so much you can do when you're facing the end of the world.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to send out my bugs. See if we can see where some of the weaker spots in the road could be.
That'd be very helpful. Thank you.
Björn walks up, says, "This is all very exciting. New experience."
Sorry, I'm typing.
No, you're good. Finian grabs Katya and Burn by each shoulder into like a big hug. Yes, a new experience. Definitely something we won't encounter again.
I certainly hope not, but fighting along your side is definitely preferable.
Okay. Ow. So it sounds like with Anson coming here and us sabotaging the road, that will handle the ground forces long enough. Then we just have to deal with the flying horde.
Easy as pie.
Does anybody, now that I have a flying steed, does anybody want to use the flying carpet?
I mean, I have no way to fly.
Would you like the flying carpet?
Sure.
All right, Nico has the flying carpet.
Okay. I believe Click was going to cast a spell to allow everyone to fly. The scouts say we have our mounts. We will be able to assist you in the air.
Heck yeah.
So I initially was, but if everybody has a way of making themselves fly, I can always do one of the other spells.
How big is that spell? Says this dwarf with a giant smile on his face.
It's not the size of the spell, it's how you use it.
Oh my god.
Well, that depends. Just one-time use. I'm trying to find it. See, I think it's yeah, there it is. Just one-time use. It'll last 8 hours, and ritually I can cast it as many times as I want. You just need to make sure that I have plenty of wine.
Ah, plenty of wine, lords above.
Well, technically, I need wine that's worth 100 gold.
Oh my god.
Didn't we already get that?
We did, and I have one bottle.
Either a lot of wine or it's very expensive wine.
It just says
Yep.
wine worth 100 gold. That the spell
A
was
lot of
complete.
wine.
You have a. And how many people can you help with that?
Me and up to 5 other creatures.
How many?
Me and up to 5 other creatures.
I thought you said 500. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be
I mean-
crazy.
We're moving the entire city.
Well, I guess some of us will need to stay behind to man the fort.
somebody could probably ride the carpet with Meepo.
Meepo, you look around at all the other mercs that have come with you. Is there any of them that stick out to you?
Who's the shortest one?
Now, the shortest one. It's definitely not Maul. Could be Zelen. She's not too tall. Jean. Jean isn't tall, but she appears to be very muscular. And uh, Lena is definitely the smallest person here.
It's too bad we don't have that halfling friend of ours.
I don't know who you are, but I pick you.
Me?
Yes.
Are you sure? It's like looking at this woman. Looking at this woman, she seems to have to be a fairly small stature. It's like none of it uh, on her hips. You see that she's got hand crossbows and she wears leather armors. You remember for the tournament that she would move very quickly around the whole map. Meepo, you would almost think that she was faster than you. On a short race.
Sure. Why not?
All right.
Oh, we could put a bunch of people on here, couldn't we? We could.
I wouldn't fit more than 2 others with you, just for your fighting capabilities. It's 6 by 9.
Can I pick one more?
You can pick as many people as you want.
Who's the biggest?
That'd be me, says Maul, the Goliath.
Biggest, strongest.
I can be bigger too.
Okay, let's go with him.
As Maul goes to step onto the carpet, you see that it like kind of just folds around him as he tries as it tries to lift him up off the ground. It's almost like those experiments with bowling balls on trampolines.
Mm-hmm.
Does it put you over 800 pounds?
No,
Oh.
not over 800 pounds.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I would be impressed with how heavy he is.
So you remember that that Goliaths are offshoots of stone giants, more humanoid than.
I guess that'll do.
Does anybody want to tell me what the clairvoyance spell does?
I can tell you. It's actually in my spell list. Let me pull it up for you real quick. Alright, clairvoyance. Range is a mile, and you create an invisible sensor within range and a location familiar to you, a place you have visited or seen before, in an obvious location that is unfamiliar, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door, around a corner, or in a grove of trees. And the intangible and vulnerable sensor remains in place for the duration, which is 10 minutes. And when you cast a spell, you can choose seeing or hearing, and you can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in its space. And as a bonus action, you can switch between seeing and hearing.
Okay. I was trying to see if the potions of clairvoyance would be helpful, but I'm not entirely sure they would.
I think they would assist us if we set it up along their path.
But they're only good for about 10 minutes.
Right, but I mean, if we know or if we can have like any word or anything.
That's fair. I could hand them off to the scouts who already have been up that way.
There you go. That would be a good call. That may aid them a little bit.
And it could be an early alert system while you and I go off to try and coax a dragon.
Okay.
Okay, Logan,
Yeah.
I'm giving the 2 potions of clairvoyance to the scouts.
Gladewind takes it and with thanks.
And it's an early warning system, so they're ready before Click and I come flying back, screaming. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to use what I got.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna delete those from my pack. All right, Click, Meepo, would you like a potion of heroism? It gives you 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour. For the same duration, you are under the effect of the bless spell.
That would be better for Meepo. I don't plan on doing a lot of attacks. So.
I don't see why not, I guess.
Levi, would you like one?
I forget what the bless spell is. Let me see.
It
It's
allows
a-
you to add +4 to your attack rolls and saving throws.
I mean, sure.
Remember that you have it.
I won't.
Okay.
You can remind me. Hopefully.
Write it down. I'm trying to spread out the love, man.
So is that a D4 at any time or just per turn?
Every turn. For the
So-
duration.
So if I do Eldritch Blast and I have 3 attacks, does that mean I can roll it 3 times?
Yep.
Okay.
It says on every attack.
Yeah, that is every attack. Okay. As you guys have been discussing this, you also see that some of the mercenaries that have not been a part of this conversation have been going around and trying to shore up the walls wherever they can. There is a break in the wall on the northern side that you see them piling lumber and logs. I mean, logs and rubble. I mean, my bad.
Good.
In that spot. Once Bjorn realizes what they're doing, he's like, "Oh, I can fix this." And he uses a new spell of his called Stone Wall.
Oh, nice.
It's getting pretty late into the evening when people start to bust out the campfires and break into their rations.
Oh,
What?
if more food is needed, it's ration paste, but conjure food, what is it? Hold on. Hold on.
Create food and water?
Yes, thank you. I can do that if anybody would like extra food.
Well, it's better than these ration bars.
I don't know if I would agree with that.
Never
I do
mind.
have Heroes Feast that I plan on doing the day of the fight.
The scouts that come back, says Shin says, "I found a few good spots. We can manipulate the trees. It's like it'll only slow them down, but it'll kind of guide them this way for us."
I can come with and do the plant growth. Is that what we're thinking?
Certainly wouldn't hurt.
I'll go over and do that.
Okay. All right. We've got plant growths. We've got stone walls. We've got Maul and the other more strength-based people cutting down trees and logs to shore up where they can. It's like there's definitely a aura of dread setting in amongst everybody. Make an insight check, Katya. Eh,
Okay, I've got a quick question while she's doing that.
Yeah.
We had the people from the Halloween stuff, right?
Yep, the ghosty goos are here.
Shouldn't they be entertaining everybody?
Yes, I was actually about to get to that.
Okay.
Katya, you definitely get the sense of low morale coming around. There's even whispers potentially between some of the more junior people saying like, I thought this was just going to be like slaying a dragon, and I thought 35 of us just be walking the park. We're talking an army.
To be fair, I also thought it was just Slaying a Dragon.
Well, don't we have the druids helping and all that too?
That's at the city. It's like the druids and the White Spire are getting the city ready. It's like you gathered what fighters that you could to come out here and try and take care of the dragon first. I guess we should talk about an escape plan, says Shin. It's like once we take care of this dragon, we're supposed to bail, correctly?
Yeah.
Is that gonna be a teleport situation?
Do we have Maze with us?
No.
Do we have any Maze? I don't think anybody can teleport us.
You see this blonde-haired woman that keeps it back in a ponytail. She was with the group that you guys didn't fight in the tournament, the old guard. We got here with the druid transportation. For if we coordinate very well, we can get out the same way.
I was actually thinking the same, and if anybody does have the teleport spell and knows the circle and the spire, we could also use that to return. So if we're able to utilize both options, that would help evacuate everybody fairly quickly.
We just have a fallback point.
Would the city work?
No, which tree are we falling back to?
Oh, yes. What's a sturdy looking tree nearby, Logan?
The tree that you guys came through.
That one.
Okay. Okay. As night falls and everyone discusses the plan and, the fallback point and all of that, it is getting a little bit dreary. The approaching dark cloud has only gotten bigger throughout the day. The temperature has dropped in the night. People aren't hopeful about everyone making it out of this. And that's when Ball the Blade begins his routine, joined in by Taman Firebrand. They sing a duet of songs about previous heroes that have come and gone through the passage of time, making grand speeches about this is our song. Let's see. Would you mind rolling a performance check for Vol for me, Ian?
Yeah, let me switch him over. Performance. 28.
Okay. So there is, with the rousing speech and good music, and somebody's snuck in some, somebody snuck in some whiskey. You didn't think anyone would bring that in as a, as a siege supply, but somebody, it's not, won't go into details who, has been passing it around. And some people are starting to feel pretty good. Um, an almost party breaks out. There's still that overlaying sense of dread, but for those affected by the booze and the speech, they forget their troubles for one night. Check anybody who is not partaking in booze.
What check?
Perception check to anyone who is not partaking in the booze.
Got it.
I am obviously partaking in the booze.
I will skip it. I'm nervous.
You echoed a lot on that one. I couldn't hear you.
I'll be skipping the booze. I'm nervous.
21.
All right, so I see a 16 Chris and a 16 Laura. Meepo's in his cups. He feels great. There is a human man named Advarus who is cracking jokes that Meepo finds absolutely hilarious. Standing high up on the main tower, you all see silhouetted against the night sky, standing watch, is Fidian. His arms are outstretched as he is in a standstill pose. If you guys do not wish to do anything else, I think that's where we can call it for us and for the party as they get a